What's up people, Craig Lopez here, and today I'm super excited because Arturia have just dropped the V Collection 9, and anybody who has watched this channel for any amount of time will know that I'm just a super Arturia fanboy, so of course couldn't be happier. So there are 4 new instruments that have been added to the collection, bringing the total up to 32. We have the SQ80, which was released as a standalone product maybe about 6 months ago. Now, I have made a video all about the SQ80 V previously, where I recreated Adamski's Killer, which you can watch in the link either above or below. We have Augmented Strings, which is a strings stroke synthesizer mashup. And along with that, we also now have the augmented voices. And we also have the new MS-20, which is what I really want to talk about in this video. Now, as well as the new instruments, the Arturia have also rebuilt a couple of the existing synthesizers. The CS80 has been rebuilt with a brand new sound engine. The Prophet has now been separated into 2 separate synthesizers, both of those with brand new engines, the Prophet 5V and the Prophet VSV. The engine for the Piano V has also been rebuilt and now comes with 12 different piano models. And all of the existing synthesizers within the collection have been updated with thousands of new presets, which means Analog Lab V now comes with 12,000 presets to play with. Now, of course, I'm really excited to dig into all of that, but what I'm really interested in is the MS-20, because it is not just the MS-20 V, it is the Korg MS-20 V. And for me, that is really significant. Now, before I start speculating about the significance of the official Korg branding, let's have a play about this thing, see what it sounds like. Now, whenever I get a new synthesizer, I always like to test it out by listening to the bass presets. I don't know why, that's just my thing. And one of the reasons I love Arturia so much are the way that they manage and handle the different presets. Now, it's pretty much the same on all of the V collection. You just click this icon here, and we get a list of all of the presets. But we can also refine the search by clicking on types, styles, banks, as well as the user folder. So let me go bass. And what I would like is a kind of a mid bass to go over the top of my sub bass that I already have in this track. But one of the reasons I really love the workflow of the V collection are the macro controls. So all of the synthesizers have these 4 macro controls at the bottom. Now in Cubase, you can see I've got the macro controls assigned to my focus quick controls, the first 4 in here. The second 4, you can see I've got assigned to effects. And if I click on the effects button, you see the MS-20 comes with 4 different effect slots. So I just have my quick controls assigned to the dry, wet. And as I change presets, you can see the effects may change, but I'm still going to have to reassign the quick controls. And also, even though the macro controls don't change in their name, they can change in their functionality depending on the preset. Yes, loving that. As you can hear, the MS-20 is defined by this kind of real gritty, dirty kind of sound, dirty oscillators, dirty filter. Really, really love it. As well as the effects, we've also got inbuilt sequencer. And of course, we can just click on hardware to bring up the full GUI of the synth. Now, I'm not going to go into any more detail about the ins and outs of how the synth works because there's going to be people out there who are much more knowledgeable about the existing hardware and are going to be able to give you much better explanations than I can. What I want to talk about is this, the Korg synthesizer branding. Now, if we load up any of the other synthesizers within the V collection, we can see that even though they look exactly the same as the original pieces of hardware and incorporate a lot of the name of the original hardware, we never get the company branding. So as we can see on the CS80, there's no Yamaha logo. We just have the Arturia V logo. And we can see the same thing with the Prophet, as well with the Jupiter or the Jupe. No sign of Roland. And the same with the Mini V, even though this is unmistakably a Moog, we have no Moog branding here. So why is the MS-20 different and why does it have the Korg branding? Well, at this point in time when I'm recording this video, I don't actually know. By the time you're watching this video, this will have been released and maybe Arturia has spoke about it, maybe Korg have spoke about it, maybe they have not. Now, I don't know whether this is just a simple licensing deal where Arturia have paid to have the Korg logo on there, or whether this is a full-on collaboration. But I really, really hope that this is a full-on collaboration. Now, first of all, Korg putting their name on here is significant because obviously they make the hardware version of this synthesizer. But what makes it even more significant is they also make a soft synth version of this, which for me as a customer is really, really interesting. Now, from a business point of view, what that means for the sales of both of these soft synths, that's a little bit beyond my pay grade, but this is surely a statement of intent from Korg. Now, from Arturia's point of view as well, regardless of the business deal behind it, it's still pretty big to get the Korg stamp of approval on the product that they have made, which is in direct competition with a product that Korg makes. I mean, that's pretty crazy when you think about it. Now, I realize that there are other manufacturers out there in a similar position. So SSL, for example, SSL have got officially licensed plugins from like UAD, but they also make their own plugins. But I'm not sure. Something about this just feels different to that. I don't know what exactly, but it just feels different. But I do know one thing for certain, and that is that I am super excited about this partnership, this collaboration, whatever it is. I mean, surely this must mean that Arturia and Korg are going to be working together and releasing more synthesizers in the future. Will we get a workstation as part of the V collection? Will we get the M1? Will we get the Triton? Who knows? Surely we must have that coming. We must do, surely. And if we do get the M1, surely with an official Korg licensing deal, we'll get the official original samples within there, which would be incredible. But yeah, let's have a listen to some more sounds. And let's go again. Let's see what we have in terms of keys. man, I'm absolutely in love with this thing. I love the way it sounds. I love how easy Arturia have made this thing to use. And I'm really excited to what the future may hold for Korg and Arturia. Now, this is not a sponsored video. I don't get paid by Arturia to make these videos. However, I do have affiliate links to all the Arturia software in the description below. So if you do want to pick up these synthesizers at the same time as supporting the channel at no extra cost to yourself, check out the links in the description below. Right, so I'm going to leave it there for now because I want to spend the rest of the day playing about with this thing. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for all your support, and a big special thank you to my Patreons. If you do want to join me over on Patreon, check out the link in the description below. Doing one-to-one lessons on Zoom, as well as just feedback on your tracks, that kind of thing. But yeah, check out the link in the description below. Anyway, that's it for now. I've been Craig Lopez. This has been Tutorialism. Go make some music. Peace.